Let's get this figured out. This road gon' give me whatever I need until I get this vision out. Then they gon' pay me whatever I ask, cause I got it figured out. Family be checking all up on a nigga to see how I'm feeling now. Damn, they love to see a nigga really make a killing now. I put a lock on the game and I hide the code and the keys. I am not playing no games, I really play this shit for keeps. That shit for me.
MaddenHeadz YouTube, what's going on? It is your boy, Coach DC, coming back at you today with another video. And today, we're gonna revisit the low touch just real briefly. I get a lot of questions after videos, and a lot of guys, you know, are new to the channel and stuff. So I have to kind of re-explain some stuff and then, you know, update guys on, you know, some mechanics that may have been altered or changed, you know, with all the patch. Ooh, that was nasty. All the patch stuff. So we're just gonna jump back into the low touch, you know, a little bit. This is something I came out with kind of last year. All the low touch really is, you know, for the guys that aren't aware, is that if you give a slight squeeze to the left trigger, as you know, on the release or slightly after the release of the ball, y'all see the screen jumping right there? They was trying to do me. Yeah, but anyway. All right, so what that does is that brings the ball down. You won't always see the low touch in the header at the, look at Julio. You won't always see the low touch in the header at the bottom. Sometimes it'll just say whatever the pass initially was, a bullet pass. A low touch pass, fellas, does not mean a ball that is always low. That is not what that means. Low touch or the L2, basically the use of it is a method to bring the ball down at any point of the throw. It is also, it goes in direct relation to your click on. When you click to the receiver, you're still able to use the L2 or modifier slow down button until the receiver gets the ball in his hands. Then if you do it, he'll start celebrating and you'll fumble. So you just got to be kind of careful on that. So, you know, we've gone over the pocket presence and a lot of that other stuff. Basically, to me, I utilize the low touch more so as a means to get the ball to those in between spaces. So, you know, a lot of the times on this game, the ball kind of takes off, and a lot of the times we end up as the defensive back from the wide receiver position, because the ball is so far over our heads. Then we're in a position where we're basically running, trying to knock the ball down or just get in the picture. And that's the reason why a lot of the interceptions are happening now. And trust me, when I tell you, Madden is still Madden. So yeah, every now and then the ball will just arbitrarily take off over your head for the guy to get a pick six and cost you a game. At least that's what, never mind. All right, so yeah. So now, the mechanics to this is you have to understand that you're still going to do the pocket presence. Nothing changes with that. Everything else remains the same. It's just a little squeeze of the trigger at the end of the throw, and then transitioning right over onto the receiver to go for the catch, which basically is kind of the same mechanic. So you see, in these situations, when you have a bigger receiver, and I know a lot of people complain about not being able to take advantage of the bigger receivers, but actually you can. It's all about your throw and the positioning. So the better the throw, the better positioning, the better the positioning, and the easier it is to make a, well, not one of those, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it's easier to make a catch because the ball is in a good spot. So as you see there, that wasn't a bullet pass. That was basically like a mid lob where, you know, I'm throwing it enough to get it over the linebackers, but I'm putting that little squeeze on the left trigger to finish the process, so to speak. So that actually, what that does is, again, that brings the ball down. So understand what I'm saying to you again. It does not have to be a pass at the guy's feet. It does not have to be a low pass. What you're trying to do essentially in a lot of these situations is get it over the linebacker and underneath the corners or the safety. So that's where the L2 comes into play, because a little squeeze of the L2 and you can put the ball in those really tight and special, those elite kind of windows like that. So I mean, even in a position, every throw is situational. I want you guys you gotta understand that this is not the Madden it used to be, where you can just make one throw and he's gonna go up the same way every time you make one throw. No, everything on this game pertains to situation, down and distance, and what's happening at the time. So if you see your receiver being played in a cover 3 and there's an underneath guy, but yet an over the top guy, as you see the out and up. So once I throw it, I really have him beat. So this wasn't the best throw for the situation, but I thought he was going to drop back. And so what I was trying to do was throw it to do just that, to try to go up and use the height advantage a little bit. And so it doesn't have to be, a superstar X Factor guy. This is Gasicki, whatever his name is. Yeah. I mean, it's the mechanics. It's not the players. So all you guys out there buying packs and all that other stuff, I'm not gonna call it nonsense, because you gotta do what you do. But instead of wasting money doing that, why don't you come to CoachDC404.com and get you a nice little session, and then I can show you how to utilize this stuff. Utilize the attributes, utilize the height and the physicality of the receivers. All you guys got to do is go log on to the site. It's pretty easy. Just, sift through, find you a time, and I will show up and we will get to it. Read the reviews before you spend your money. I always tell people that. Read the reviews. The reviews are right there before you decide to commit yourself to that. Read the reviews and look at all the people, all the guys and even females, and there's some women that play Madden and are actually good. Yeah. And whose games have been impacted by, the teaching of the fundamentals and the mechanics. So in this situation, once again, you see I have the advantage with the receiver, but watch the throw. The throw is not a drifty throw to the pylon. I see the defensive back playing over the top. And so watch where I throw it, I'm pulling away from him. Yeah, that's very, very, very important. Anyway, man, Coach DC 404, man, I am out.